Good afternoon. It's your boy Trey Colbeck here for another episode of Harness News Update, episode 36, August 21st edition. Thank you to our presenting sponsor, Harness Link. HarnessLink.com is the only harness racing website dedicated to covering news and events in the standardbred industry worldwide. You can find this show on Facebook Live, Twitter Live, and on our YouTube channel. And that, again, is Harness Link. And today's episode is also sponsored by Harness Bid, the game changer for the standardbred and harness race bloodstock industry, providing buyers and sellers with easy-to-use online platform that offers global reach, unparalleled transparency, and convenience for its customers. With zero commissions on any horse sold, buyers can purchase horses with the confidence that they are getting the best value for their money, while at the same time, sellers can ensure that they can list their horses without worrying about hefty commission fees eating into their profits. For more information and to get started, visit harnessbid.com. A lot to recap today. Big weekend of racing. We're going to start on the island, Prince Edward Island to be exact. Gold Cup and Saucer Day here. Let's take a look at some of the horses heading into the 64th running here of the Gold Cup and Saucer. The best post parade I have ever seen. Here's the one, PL Aussie by Sunshine Beach. Gets the rail. 8 wins in 2023, 20 lifetime wins. Won at 48-3 with a lifetime mark. Paces trial in 151-4. Jody Jamieson teams up when Jamieson already has $2.1 million in prize money this year. Trainer Daniel McDonald. Another trial winner was the 5, Fun at the Beach by Some Beach Somewhere. 42 career wins, 9 of which came this year. He has a lifetime mark of 149-2, $1.1 million in earnings. He had the fastest trial win of 150-4. Scott Young in the bite, and for trainer Jeffrey Gillis. One of the hottest horses in the Maritimes right now, Roll 'em by Time to Roll, has 6 wins on the year, 24 lifetime. Broke the track record at Summerside, lifetime mark of 149-1. He finished second in his trial behind Fun Beach Somewhere. Mark Campbell trains and drives. And the 9 was the third winner of the trials. Covered Bridge by American Ideal, just shy of being a millionaire heading into this race. 13 wins this year, 38 lifetime, a 148-3 career mark. He won his trial in 151-2. Jordan Stratton makes a trip up north and will team up, and he has over $5 million as a driver this year.
Here's one out of the Roger Houston playbook. The starter calls the horses. Here, horsey, 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 horsey. Post time.
Here's your full field of 9 for the $100,000 up for grabs in Canada's premier race on a half-mile track. Let's pick up just after the half-mile station. 53-4 was the time put up by the 3 American History. 31-1 long shot with Dale Spence in the bike. Let's see what happened from there.
On the outside 7, B2B is 8, at the rail 9th, Major Hill, over to the opening half mile, incredible, 53-4, rounding the paddock turn, arriving at 5-8, American History leads it, Lolly Shadow is second, coming on the outside, Fun at the Beach third, now moving up fourth, Roll 'em, way out there is Covered Bridge. In between horses, PL Aussie, 3/4 up in 122-4. Rounding the turn with an 1/8 of a mile to go. Fun at the Beach, homeward bound in the Cup and Saucer. Roll 'em up the rail, way wide. Covered Bridge, they're in deep. Stretch now, up against the clock. Here's Covered Bridge in line to Jordan Stratton in the Gold Cup and Saucer, number 64. Time for the mile, 1:53. Wow.
Covered Bridge gets the win. Back-to-back winners in the Gold Cup and Saucer come from the 9-hole. The American Ideal sired pacer was bred by Winback Farm in Maryland, currently owned by Mark Ford out of Campbell Hall, New York. Now is a millionaire with this winner's check. Covered Bridge has been with Jeffrey Gillis in September of 2022. Jordan Stratton has done majority of the driving since then as well, rocking that beautiful stash, taking selfies, shaking hands, and kissing babies after the race. You love to see it. This guy's been driving in big time races like the Kane Pace, the Milstein, and the Meadowlands Pace so far this year. I don't think he got any wins in them, but now he can hold a Gold Cup and Saucer win to his resume. Welcome, Covered Bridge and Jordan Stratton, to the Atlantic Harness Racing history book. There was more big time races going on. We're going to jump to Friday night, the Gold Cup and Saucer Consolation, also known as the James Roach McGregor Memorial. Let's see who wins this one.
And it's no plan intended. Also third. He's fifth on the outside. Batter up. Hanover is buried on the rail from the back of the pack. Bonus round has a lot of ground to make up, but he's off stride. So it's Rockabilly Rebel. Took them by 3/4, 124 and 2. Rockabilly Rebel living the beach life and timing it maybe just right. No plan intended on the outside. Living the beach life. Living the beach life. And Jody Jameson, then no plan intended. Then Rockabilly Rebel. Then it was close. Batter up Hanover or Bayfield Beach. Living the beach life. 153 and 4.
Living the Beach Life by Some Beach Somewhere takes it home. 153 and 4 for his 8th win of the year and 17th lifetime. Finished 6th in the Gold Cup and Saucer trial, but gets the win here. Jody Jameson was in the bike for Victor Putty. Jumping back to Saturday, the race just before the Gold Cup and Saucer, the birthplace of Confederation. Let's see who wins this one.
44 Dome, the challenger now. Third and moving up on the outside is Chelsea. Dream Pairs and Fire, nowhere to go. She's fourth, 3/4 in the books, and they were there in 125 and 1. Ace 44 Dome at long odds, the longest shot in the board. Coming out home with the Blue Knight. Second is Plain Jane. Dream Pairs and Fire up the inside. What a performance. Ace 44 Dome and the Blue Knight use Grand Slam. Second, that'll go to Chelsea. Plain Jane third. Time for the mile, 154 flat.
Ace 44 Dome up the credit sired mare at 29-1. Upset. Second win of the year, 28th lifetime, 154 mile time is her best of the year. She has a lifetime mark of 152 and 1. Jason Hughes trains and drives. Also, a couple big races was the Joe O'Brien Memorial. There was 2 splits in the gold division. Up first, Malignity by Malicious gets 7 wins and 9 starts. Has 1 second place finish, but has won 6 straight now since then. Let's check out this final quarter of a mile.
Now by 4 open. Proud of You Today is all out. In at the rail, Grove Westwind third. Bacon on a Biscuit is a stalled fourth. 3/4 in 124 and 4. And it's all over. Malignity turning for home. Proud of You Today trying to hang on second. Elm Grove Westwind third. Bacon on a Biscuit. Malignity has done it again for Paul Angel. 6 in a row. Holding second, Proud of You Today. Woodmere Denny rallied up third. Time for the mile, 154 flat.
And again, that's Malignity. A few races later, Fisherman's Son by Arthur Blue Chip wins the other Joe O'Brien Memorial Gold Division. First win of the year in his 11 starts, 7 lifetime wins. 155 and 4 is his lifetime mark. Mark Campbell is in the bike for trainer Walter Walker. Let's see this finish.
Bridle, stride for stride, toe to toe up front. 3 quarters in 1:26 and 2. Woodmere Dealer at the rail. Fisherman's Son on the outside, matching his stride. Now third, Starship Glide. Down the home stretch they come. Woodmere Dealer, Fisherman's Son on the outside. Deep stretch now on the line. Fisherman's Son with Campbell. Second, that'll go to Woodmere Dealer. Tobin's Prophet rallied up third. Time for the mile, 1:55.4.
And that kind of wraps up the Gold Cup and Saucer portion. There was a lot more going on Saturday at Mohawk. Couple trot eliminations here. First up, we had the William Wellwood eliminations. 3 splits. Let's see who wins the first one.
From fourth, Finite stalled fifth on the outside, and Gone Goodbye is sixth. Never In It, Elegant Resolve, and Off Stride. My Way at head stretch. The favorite has made a break, so Send It In Hanover inherits the lead, 126 and 1. Mastercraft comes through for second, sliding out across the track. Here comes Winter Soldier, Send It In Hanover, and Winter Soldier getting up on the outside. Winter Soldier and Andy McCarthy pick up the pieces to win it. Send It In.
Winter Soldier by FaceTime Bourbon, second win in 3 starts, won his debut at the Meadowland, followed that up with a 3rd place finish. Now is back in the winner's circle. A couple races later, race 8 at Mohawk on Saturday. Mars Hill by Muscle Hill gets 3rd win in 4 starts. Back-to-back wins in the New Jersey Sires Stakes. Finished 6th in the New Jersey Sires Stakes finals. Now puts up a lifetime mark of 155 and 1 to get back in the win column. Let's see the final quarter of a mile.
The deuce. Following up third, Carrera Hanover looks a little bit more eager. Private Access, no move from fourth. On the move, Amazing Catch, still 5 or 6 lengths to make up. And then Jack and Abs vacates the cone. Out of it early was Indy Be Quick. They turn into the stretch. Mars Hill is the leader. Off Stride along the inside. Private Access. Mars Hill, Andy McCarthy looking for a sweep of both eliminations after the 3 quarters of 127 flat. He's looking way back over his right shoulder and loving what he sees. Andy McCarthy reigns Mars Hill to a resounding victory. Closing up second with.
And again, that's Mars Hill in the last elimination, race 10 on Saturday. PCI gets the 5th win in 6 starts, 2nd place finish in their debut, and now has rattled off 5 straight wins, putting up a new lifetime mark of 154 and 1. And let's see this one.
Higher Flight Landing, then Mystery Deal and Star Hairdresser, and out of it Salem Sealster. They're into the top of the stretch, 125 and 4, 29 again in the 3rd. TCI and Dave Miller just a little bit of whip wave urging. It's Bryant Brothers trying to creep up on the outside. Thinker Monkey back along the inside. Wheeled out off cover is Soar Higher. On down to the finish, TCI. TCI with Soar Higher coming. TCI to win by a solid pair. Soar Higher is second best. Bryant Brothers for 3rd, finishing 4th was Thinker Monkey.
The William Wellwood finals is set for August 26th at Mohawk. Also, the Phillies side had 2 eliminations for the Peaceful Way. Race 5 and 7 on Saturday. First up, let's see who wins the first one.
The outside, Woman of Passion on the cones in there from 5th. Then it's back to Graceful Design, Valuable Miss, and Cold Snaps in on the cones. After 3 quarters, Tactical Strike is still the best one. Vanjie Blue Chip, the Loose Pocket Rider. On the outside, asked to kick in is Cheval Pride, and here comes Drawn Impression. Still lots of work to do after 3 quarters in 125 and 3. Look at Drawn Impression. She has sprouted wings in the stretch and flies on by to win the first Peaceful Way Stakes elimination. Incredible performance by Drawn Impression. Graceful Design up.
Drawn Impression by Muscle Hill goes perfect 2 for 2 and puts up a new lifetime mark of 150 and 4. In the second elimination, Tandem Hanover by Wallner gets her 2nd win in 5 starts. Also has 3 third place finishes. Let's see how this ended.
From 5th, Willie's Home Run, 6th on the outside. and then back to International Model, yet to be heard from, may have some stretch trot, just in front of Walla and Cool Ma Bell, and the head stretch trailer Stubborn Chi, 125 and 1, draw the line at 19 to 1, clear in the stretch. Here's a live wire in the form of Dexter Dunn, Tandem Hanover, striding up on the outside, Tandem Hanover. Tandem Hanover and Dexter Dunn going to win this by a pair, moving away. Here is the place battle, and up for second, Willie's Home Run.
And the Peaceful Way final is also on August 26th. Sticking in Ontario, Hanover had a pair of eliminations for the Balanced Image on Saturday. Races 3 and 6 on the card. Let's take a look at the first one.
9 up on the outside. Copper Eagle now comes with a brush from third. 132 and 3 to the far turn. Alexander strides are shortening. Copper Eagle is coming with a rush. In the pocket from third, north of 9. Eiffel Power is fourth. Maestro Sealster, Northern Chancellor, top of the line. Alexander, Copper Eagle swinging out wide. Eiffel Power up the fence is north of 9. He's out of racetrack. Alexander, Copper Eagle. Copper Eagle and Alexander hit the line together. Northern Chancellor was closing and north of 9.
Copper Eagle by Muscle Mass gets 3 wins in 4 starts, almost a perfect start to his career, other than a 7th place finish last time out. Couple races later, race 6 was the second elimination. LMC Mr. Squishy by Archangel breaks his maiden. Awesome name, has been racing in the Ontario Sires Gold, but has just been missing out on the top 3 at 2 minute and 3/5 at Hanover. Let's see this finish.
Slide Muscle, they're by 3/4. LMC, Mr. Squishy, Pat Hudon out front by 3. Stonebridge Glee from second. Here comes Look Like a Muscle outside third. Poof inside fourth. 132 and 2. 3/4. LMC, Mr. Squishy. Looks Like a Muscle. Stonebridge Glee. Poof is tipped to the outside fourth. LMC, Mr. Squishy, and Mr. Squishy himself. Pat Hudon gets the job done in the 6th. Looks Like a Muscle second. Poof was third.
And again, this final also goes on August the 26th at Hanover. Sunday, Track on 2 in Alberta had maybe one of their biggest days in racing ever, especially purse-wise. They had 4 big-time stake races. First up was the Elizabeth Johnson Memorial Final for 4-year-old mares, non-winning $50,000 lifetime. Let's see who wins it.
The outside, here comes Risen Star, and also moving up, Katie Lou mounting a challenge. 3/4, 125 flat. James Junquist and Bubba Bad to the Bone. From the outside, Katie Lou now puts a head in front. Katie Lou now with the lead. Cozy Up is in second. These two coming down to the wire. Katie Lou under a drive. Katie Lou trying to hold on from the outside. Here comes Cozy Up. Cozy Up from the outside. They're going to hit the line together, but I think it was Cozy Up taking the final, the inaugural Elizabeth Johnson Memorial pace. The time, 1:54.
Cozy Up by Mystery Chase gets her 3rd win of the year in 6 career. First win since April. 1:54 is now her lifetime mark. Mike Hennessy trains and was in the bike. The next race was the Ron Orr pace for 4-year-old Colton Geldings. Non-winners, 50,000. Let's see who wins.
3/4, 125 and 3. From the outside, here comes Blast of Sunshine, taking over the lead. In second, Outlaw Chippendale. Coming through the inside, keeps getting better. Coyote is in 4th. Coming down the stretch, an 1/8 of a mile left to go. Blast of Sunshine on fire today is Phil Giesbrecht on his way to his 2nd stakes win. Blast of Sunshine wins the inaugural Ron Orr Pace Final.
Blast of Sunshine by Sunshine Beach. 9 wins this year after going winless last year as a 3-year-old. 153 is also his now lifetime mark. Phil Giesbrecht was in the bike for trainer Jerry Hudon. There's also was a pair of $70,000 2-year-old stakes at Track on 2 on Sunday. First up was the Ashwa Philly Pace 2-year-olds for Alberta Fold. Let's see who wins.
Is Long Gone Lover. As they head around the turn, Outlaw Guns N' Roses takes them to the 3/4 in 127 and 3. It's all Outlaw Guns N' Roses and Phil Giesbrecht. Giving chase in second is Sandra's Mystery. and Foothills Magic is in third. Now it needs some attention. That is Outlaw Guns N' Roses trying to stay focused, but as they come down to the wire, Outlaw Guns N' Roses takes the Asha filly pace. Second was Sandra's Mystery.
Yeah. Outlaw Guns N' Roses by Captain Audience gets her second win in 4 starts. A 155-1 is her new lifetime mark. Phil Giesbrick was in the bike for another win. A couple races later, the 2-year-old Colton Geldings had their shot in the Century Casino pace. Come On Santana by Santana Blue Chip gets second win. Has never finished outside the top 3. He puts up a 155-4 lifetime mark for trainer Jamie Gray. Let's see this one.
Couple of the Haining Farm horses now in contention as they round the turn. Gray Horizon now under siege and under a drive. It's Gray Horizon with the lead. Brandon Campbell goes to work scrubbing on the outside. Also now driving up along the inside is Come On Santana for second. Coming past the 8th pole, Gray Horizon trying to hold on to the lead, but here comes Come On Santana. Come On Santana from the outside wins the Century Casino pace, hosted by the Track On 2.
And that wraps up the Canadian stake action over the weekend. America and Pocono, they had Pocono Downs had some big time stake races as well. 6 of them we'll look at here. First up, the Max Hemp. Let's see who wins.
Now Confederate out 3 wide, and Hungry Angel Boy right there in the pocket. Top of the stretch, Christchurch leading by a length. Confederate is churning on the outside now. Hungry Angel Boy up the pylons. Watch Confederate fly. Confederate overwhelms once he gets a clear path, and Confederate, as advertised, by 4 in the Hemp.
Confederate keeps it going, continues his dominance. 6 wins in 7 starts, 1 second place, which was in the North America Cup. The next race after that was the Earl Beale Jr. Memorial. Up Your Deo by Wallner gets 4th win in 7 starts here. Over $544,000 in career earnings. Let's see this final quarter of a mile.
Pounded on the outside by Kilmister is just ahead away. In the pocket, Up Your Dale. Kierkegaard is in striking position, second over. Top of the stretch, Celebrity Bambino. Kilmister coming up on the outside. Up Your Dale on the inside. It's Up Your Dale taking a slight lead, and Up Your Dale. Oka Svanstedt loving the pocket today. He wins the Beal by a length and 3/4.
Also on the card, James Lynch was won by Twin B Joe Fresh. A roll with Joe gets the 5th win in 8 starts. Another one who has finished in the top 3 all but one time. Her one blemish was in the Meadowlands back in June. Let's see how this race ended.
Continues to inch her way forward. Bond engaged in the pocket. Secret Volo second over. She's about 3.5 back. Top of the stretch, Heaven Hanover trying to shrug them all off. Tetrick asking for more. Bond comes up in the passing lane. It's Heaven Hanover and Bond, just like 2 weeks ago. Heaven Hanover holding on to the lead. Bond gaining as the line gets close. At the line, it's tight. It's a photo for the win. Very tight. First glance, I think it was Bond, but let's...
The Delmonica Hanover this year was won by Bond, a Southwind Frank sired. 4 wins in 7 starts, 11 lifetime. Finished in the top 3 all but once. A 5th place finish in the Hamiltonian Oaks, but followed that up with a 2nd place finish in the finals. Let's see how Bond won the Delmonica Hanover.
6-1 there, and Sylvia Hanover goes off stride. So Twin B Joe Fresh now on the lead all alone, although Charleston right in the pocket. Top of the stretch, Twin B Joe Fresh by a length and a half. Charleston all out, gaining on the inside. Twin B Joe Fresh and Charleston. Twin B Joe Fresh still there, and Twin B Joe Fresh will finish it off for Dexter Dunn to win the Lynch here by a length and 3/4.
There was also a pair of invitationals. The Always Be Mickey Invitational was up. Was actually one of the last races of the day. Allywag Hanover gets 2nd win of the year, 26th lifetime. Let's see how it ended.
Now by a length, Tattoo Artist tightening up just a bit. On the outside, Stonebridge Helios suddenly gaining a bit quicker. Meanwhile, South Beach Star trying to get out of the inside 4th. Top of the stretch, Allywag Hanover opens it up now by 2. Tattoo Artist trying to get there outside. Stonebridge Helios, South Beach Star, but all in futility because Allywag Hanover loves this race, and he wins here again by 3 1/4.
And last but certainly not least, the Sebastian K Invitational was won by Southwind Tyrion by Muscle Hill. Gets third win on the year, 11th lifetime, has earned over $473,000 in his career. Oka Swanstead trained and drove, and he had a day. Let's see how it ended.
7 and 3, third panel, a Quicken on the backstretch. Hill Exotic by a length and a half. Southwind Tyrion back into second as Keg Stand Fade on higher ground. Has been saving ground all the way third. Out wide fourth, Jujubee. Top of the stretch, and now out of the pocket comes Southwind Tyrion to take on Hill Exotic. Jingra trying to get more out of Hill Exotic, but Southwind Tyrion coming up strong. Even with the rated pace, Hill Exotic could not stop. Southwind Tyrion and Oka Swanstead by a length and a half.
And that, again, is everything that happened at Pocono on Saturday. We'll take a quick break. We're going to take our first break of the episode. I think we're only going to take one today. We'll be back with Canadian Sires Stakes Action and U.S. Sires Stakes Action, sponsored by the USTA. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with Harness News Update. All right, welcome back. Now we're Canadian Sires Stake recap action. First up, Ontario Sires Stake Gold had 3 splits for the third leg of the 2-year-old Colton Gelding Pacers at Mohawk on Saturday. Races 1, 3, and 9. Let's see who wins the first split.
If that's right, that's wrong. Improving up in the outside third. Enforcer is flattened out from fourth. Brewdon on the move, the outside fifth, ahead of Legal Attack. Nijinsky to the rear of the field, and they come to the top of the stretch. Off 3/4 in 124 and 4. Fun Time Bayama. Do Better out again for the drive. The earplugs out, but Fun Time Bayama is kicking away. Wow, what a performance by Fun Time Bayama. Sylvain Filion has a monster on his hands. Fun Time Bayama kicked away effortlessly to win by 5.
Fun Time Bayama by He's Watching breaks his maiden. Finished second back-to-back to start his career, and now gets a win. A couple races later in race 3, Chain Gang by Better's Delight goes perfect 3 for 3. Back-to-back 152 and 1 mile times, which is his lifetime mark. Let's see how this one ends.
Under tight lines, nowhere to go from 6th. Then it's back to McWicked Time to the outside of the trailer. Bet on Mac. 3/4, 1, 25 and 3, 28 and 4 in the third quarter. Chain Gang not receiving any line or whip urging is driving off on the field. Cowboy Cargo is clearly second, but non-threatening. Chain Gang. The Chain Gang overwhelmed this field to win it by a solid wrapped up pair. Cowboy.
And again, that's Chain Gang. Let's go to race 9 for the last of the 3 splits. Mirage Hanover, another Better's Delight, gets his second win. Has never finished outside the top 3 in 5 starts. Let's see this final quarter of a mile.
Uncovered mission just ahead of Caribbean Sports and Best Night Ever. That's Mirage Hanover at head stretch after 3/4, 125 and 1. Mirage Hanover through the stretch. And Bob McClure is not urging at all, not breaking a sweat whatsoever. Mirage Hanover is clear and holding Total Stranger at bay, and now draws away. Mirage Hanover, a very handy winner and a heads-up steer by Bob McClure.
And that wraps up the Ontario Sire Stakes Gold action. Quebec held a variety of stake action, Sire Stakes action as well over the weekend. Friday night, they had the 3-year-old Trotters, 1 split for the 3-year-old Colton Gelding Trotters. Let's see who wins.
28-10-2 down. Kinder Motown, Auguste est deuxième. Illusionniste Guirlande Parlon, c'est Timonier est à l'extérieur et on vient compléter. Kinder Motown, Auguste et Timonier, and Kinder Motown, followed by Timonier et Auguste. Quatrième pour l'illusionniste Gale. Une 58-4, 158-4.
Kinder Motown by Muscle Mass gets six wins and 9 starts. Had 4 straight wins earlier this year, but now has 2 in his last 4. To the Philly Trotters, race 5 on the day. Tite Biremas by Muscle Mass gets her first win of the year, second in her career. 2 minutes and 3/5 is now her new lifetime mark. Let's check it out.
Tite Biremas réussira-t-il la mission? Tite Biremas toujours là. Kenogami Courage et Don't Treat Me Bad. Les 2 favoris courent après. Tite Biremas and Kenogami Courage. Don't Treat Me Bad. Tite Biremas, Guy Gagnon. Coast to coast victory. Devant Don't Treat Me Bad. Kenogami Courage et Duende. 2 minutes 3/5. 2 minutes and 3/5.
And that's a Trotters action. We move on to Sunday. They had the Pacers, 3-year-old Colton Gelding Pacers up first. Attitude gets 4 wins and 9 starts, 2 wins in his last 3. Had a 9th place finish last time out. Big bounce back. Let's see how he does it.
Pour la dernière fois, avec attitude à la commande. À l'extérieur, c'est toujours Bad Beach, Kansas Panic, no place to go now. Coming down to the wire avec attitude. Attitude devant Kansas Panic. Et 3e third, Bad Beach. Attitude de fil en fil pour Stebro. Une 56-4, 156-4.
And the 3-year-old Philly Pacers was held on Sunday as well. YS Sensational City by Keystone Velocity, 4th win of the year, 6th win of her career, puts up a 157-3 new lifetime mark, had 4 straight second place finishes before finding her way back into the winner's circle. Let's see how she does it.
Ready for the big action now avec YS Sensational City. Pocahontas du lac is challenging outside, mais YS Sensational City, elle est toujours là, elle est à la victoire, elle est de fil en fil, boum, boum, boum. Jocelyn Gendron, un 4-5 et 3 au fil d'arrivée, 1-4-5 and
all right, and the last and certainly not least, we'll look at the U.S. Sires Stakes action sponsored by the USTAs. A couple states were in action: New York, Ohio, Indiana, Pennsylvania, and Kentucky. First up, we'll look at New York. Leg 6 of the 2-year-old Colton Gelding Trotters were at Vernon Downs Friday night. 1 split. Keep Asking by Chapter 7 gets his first win, a 154 time, 3 top 3 finishes, and 5 starts. Let's check it out.
Minute abs, and they'll both pass. Bargain as 3 quarters go by in 125 flat. So they make the turn for home, and it's situationship. Trying to steal this one, leads this by 2.5 lengths. It Wasn't Me second. Racing third best. Wild Ticket still has 6 to make up, and on the outside, there goes Keep Asking. They reach deep stretch. Tiring is situationship on the far outside. Keep Asking, and Scott Zeron will blow right on by, and it's Keep Asking in front. Looked like it Wasn't Me got second.
And again, that's Keep Asking winning the 6th leg of the 2-year-old Colton Gelding Trotters. Saturday, Saratoga had this leg 6 of 3-year-old Colton Gelding Trotters. Only 1 split as well. Cecil Hanover, another Chapter 7, picks up his 4th win of the year, 5th lifetime. Now has back-to-back wins, both in the New York Sires Stakes. All 4 wins this year have come in the New York Sires Stakes. Let's see how he does it.
One is up and after a weary Chapper Craze. Out of the pocket now for Cecil Hanover. Chapper Craze has nothing left to give. 3 quarters and 125-3. And Spending Crazy takes over on the outside. Cecil Hanover with dead aim on that one has the leader in his crosshairs, and these 2 draw away. 3 lengths to Onion Gum in third. Moving up on the outside 4th is Sevachita. They're at the head of the stretch and set for the drive and making it look easy. Cecil Hanover just unloads on Spending Crazy and takes off. It's all Cecil Hanover. He's airing here 4-5 lengths in front and drawing away. Cecil Hanover continues his red-hot summer.
And again, that's Cecil Hanover in the 6th leg of the 3-year-old Colton Gelding Trotters in New York Sires Stakes. Sunday at Tioga had 2 splits for the 3-year-old Colton Gelding Pacers. Thunder Hunter Joe by Huntsville gets his 5th win of the year, has back-to-back wins now in the New York Sires Stakes. Finished 6th last time in the Milstein just a couple weeks ago. Let's see how Thunder Hunter Joe gets the job done.
In third on the outside, 3/4, 122 and 4 as they round the final turn. Metal Man has repelled the challenge of Blue Hunt. Blue Hunt is just stalling on the outside. Here comes Thunder Hunter Joe, 3 wide for the stretch drive. Metal Man will spin him in. Blue Hunt is still hanging around. Thunder Hunter Joe is grandstand side, and even further out is Live On Jackson Queens. Thunder Hunter Joe has taken over in the stretch. Here's Thunder Hunter Joe drawing off with every stride. Thunder Hunter Joe, your winner. Live On Jackson Queens was second. Metal Man third, 151 and 2.
And a couple races later, race 3 on the card, Hunting the Last Dollar. Another Huntsville gets 4th win of the year. Had a not so great 8th place finish last time out because of an early break. Bounces back. He too has all 4 wins have come in the New York Sires Stakes series. Let's see how he wins.
Is Peppermint Man, 3/4, 123 flat. Hunting the Last Dollar. And Peppermint Man, they're 1-2. Golden Greatness going to need a way through. Still in with a chance is Ticker Tape Hanover as the field turns for home. Hunting the Last Dollar will spin him in. It's Hunting the Last Dollar leads at a length. Out of the pocket now, here comes Golden Greatness. Golden Greatness or Hunting the Last Dollar, we're down to these two. Hunting the Last Dollar has plenty left and is going on to win it. Golden Greatness was second. Ticker Tape Hanover was third, 150 and 2.
All right, that's New York wrapped up. Onto Ohio. They had the 5th leg of 3-year-old Philly Pacers Friday night at Scioto. 2 splits. Let's see who wins the first one.
Backside. They come to the top of the stretch. McSeaside has a lead. Somewhere Under Heaven on the outside. Inside Seaside Tina, 3 wide. Fear of Sports. Into the stretch. It's McSeaside, the one to catch. Somewhere Under Heaven on the outside. Seaside Tina. Passing lane. Absolute Euphoria. McSeaside to win it. From Absolute Euphoria, Seaside Tina, and Somewhere Under Heaven won.
McSeaside by Down by the Seaside gets the 5th win of the year. 3 wins have come in the Ohio Sires Stakes so far this year. Over $458,000 in prize money. The second split was won by Dragon by the Sea. Guess what? Another one by Down by the Seaside gets her 5th win in 10 starts, only has finished outside the top 2 once in her career. Let's see this final quarter of a mile.
She is 4 wide by 3/4, 121 and 3. 27 and 4 backside, and Kasagi was out every step before clearing to the lead. Angel Hill trying to reel her in, 3 wide into the stretch. Here comes Dragon by the Sea. It's Kasagi. Angel Hill dives to the inside. Dragon by the Sea, center of the track. Kasagi. Angel Hill, Dragon by the Sea. Kasagi and Dragon by the Sea at a photo. 150 and 3.
Sticking with Scioto, but on Saturday, leg 4 of the 2-year-old Colton Gelding Trotters, 2 splits. Royal President wins gets 5th win in 6 starts in the first split. The other finish was a second in his debut. Now has rattled off 5 straight wins. Let's see how he picks up win number 5.
He puts ahead, a neck in front, 126 and 2. 30 and a 5th down the backstretch. Royal President battles back to the inside. DeVille Hill has vacated the pocket. He'll come 3 wide. Do What's Right, saving ground. Hung Over is still coming from 5th. He's still got nearly 3.5, 4 to make up through the stretch. Royal President, You Don't Fool Me, passing lane. Do What's Right is closing. Center of the track, DeVille Hill. Royal President, You Don't Fool Me. Royal President digs in and hangs on from You Don't Fool Me, DeVille Hill, and Do What's Right, 156 and 2.
The second split was Spazzano going perfect 5 for 5. Swept the Ohio Sires Stakes Series so far. Also won the Next Generation 2-year-old Colt Trotters in his debut. Let's see how he wins.
The lead, 127 and 4. Rose Run Zoom close to second. It's 3 back to Bo Eastle. Tennessee Tom is 4th. He'll come to the outside. Commander Tom next. They come to the top of the stretch. Sponzano is the one to catch. Rose Run Zoom is trying to reel him in. Late trot from Tennessee Tom and Bo Eastles. They head to the wire. It's Sponzano under a hand drive. Opens up by about 4 or 5 on the line. Sponzano from Rose Run Zoom, Tennessee Tom, and Bo Eastle, 156.
And that wraps up Ohio, Indiana. 2 splits at Hoosier Park for leg 3 of the 2-year-old Colton Geldings Friday night. up first. Let's see who wins.
Third, Lover's Trouble fourth, 3/4, 126-1 into the stretch. M&M's Bud, Play Action Pass continues to fend that challenger off. Tell Me It Matters waiting for Racing Room third, and then on the far outside is Noblesville trying to close in. Where's Drogan is to the inside. Play Action Pass trying to hang tough. Tell Me It Matters. M&M's Bud, they're coming down to the finish. Tell Me It Matters gets through on the inside and wins by a length and a half. Photo for second. Play Action Pass and
Tell Me It Matters by Tell Me Like It Is gets third win in 5 starts, now has back-to-back wins after finishing 4th and a 5th. The second split was another Tell It Like It Is sired. Mart's Telly gets 4th win in 5 starts. A 151-4 is now his lifetime mark, making it 3 wins in a row. Let's see how he does it.
24-4. Prestigious Prince in pursuit second, and then Chalk Luck Chip third. On Time Ted to the outside of Rockin' the Money. It's Mart's Telly in front by 2. Prestigious Prince on the outside trying to close in, though. Mart's Telly still the leader. Prestigious Prince is moving up, and then down to the inside, Warrior for Truth. Mart's Telly in front. Prestigious Prince. It's Mart's Telly trying to hold. Mart's Telly does hold on to win.
That wraps up the 2-year-old Colton Gelding Pacers. 3-year-old Colton Gelding Pacers had their leg 6 Friday night at Hoosier Park. Only one split. Another Tell It Like How It Is sired Coach Stefanos. 5th win of the year. Hasn't finished out the top 2. Finished outside the top 2 this year. Now has won 3 straight to start the year, but then had back-to-back seconds. Now has another back-to-back win. So that's Coach Stefanos. Let's see how he does it.
Stefanos goes up into second with Buzzsaw Russ third. 3/4 of a mile and 123-1 into the stretch. Why Not Now? Coach Stefanos, Buzzsaw Russ down on the inside. Then Frankie and J.B. Graham. 3 across the racetrack here as they come to the 8th pole. Coach Stefanos, Why Not Now? And Buzzsaw Russ right across the track. Coach Stefanos here on the outside. Buzzsaw Russ, Why Not Now? Trying to fight back, but it is Coach Stefanos and Trace Tetrick who have won it. Why Not Now?
And that wraps up Indiana. Pennsylvania, they had a slew of them. First up, leg 3 for 2-year-old Colton Gelding Pacers at the Meadows Friday. 4 splits. Let's see who wins the first one.
Solar Solution, 3/4 on the board, 123-3. Step it up a bit to a 27-3 third quarter. Into that final turn, it's Lions Rock by 3 parts of a length. Louis Vuitton on the outside, ready to go 3 wide is Solar Solution. 4 wide and closing is Waterloo. Top of the stretch, they're on their way home. It's Lions Rock with a lead. On the outside, Louis Vuitton. Passing lane, here comes Lou's World. Louis Vuitton grabs the lead, looking for room late. Better Stay Hungry, splitting horses. Better Stay Hungry on the outside, gets a little rough. On the outside, Solar Solution may have gotten there in 152-3.
Solar Solution by Sweet Lou breaks his maiden 152-3. 3 straight top 3 finishes now. Then the next split, Gem Quality by Captain Crunch goes perfect 2 for 2. Also puts up a new lifetime mark of 151-4. Let's see how he does it.
The Captain challenges on the outside, second, Ain't Blue No More, third. Fourth on the outside, Gem Quality. Fifth is Mickey Ray. Hugh Heston on the outside, 3 in, 3 out, 3/4, 123-3, 28-1 third quarter. 3 wide goes Gem Quality as they roll through the final turn. Solid Character with a lead, about to be challenged by Gem Quality. Ain't Blue No More on the inside, needs room. Top of the stretch, they turn for home. Off stride of the back went Hugh Heston. Now catches back pacing. It's Solid Character with a lead on the outside. Gem Quality is flying. Gem Quality on the outside. Gem Quality up for the win in 151-4.
The third split, another Captain Crunch. Captain Fear Not gets his second win. Finished in the top 3 4 out of 5 times this year. Let's see how he does it.
On the last turn, it's a half-length lead for Captain Fear Not. Zeppeli Hanover is the challenger up on the rim second. Special Menu third, outside fourth, Poker Side, top of the stretch, they turn for home. Zeppeli Hanover trying to get that nose to the front and does. Captain Fear Not on the inside, Special Menu, but through the stretch, it's Zeppeli Hanover. Zeppeli Hanover takes a bad step, and Captain Fear Not wins it in 153.
And then the last split, Captain Albano by Captain Trentress gets his second win in 3 starts. Also posts a new lifetime mark of 151-1. Let's see this final the final quarter of a mile pace.
They head to the 3/4. Maxim Hanover turns back. The challenger Rose Run Zeke 3 wide. Goes Captain Albano 3/4, 122 and 4, 26 and 3. Quick third quarter as they move into the final turn. It's Maxim Hanover. Captain Albano on the outside is going to go past him. Racing to the outside. Here comes War Machine. Far outside is T.H. Tyson, but through the stretch, Captain Albano has grabbed the lead and pulled away. It's all Captain Albano in front. Mile 1.
That's the 2-year-old Colton Gelding Pacers Saturday at the Meadows. 2 splits for the 2-year-old Colton Gelding Trotters was up. First up, Greenspan by Green Shoe gets his second win in 5 starts. Broke last time out, but was able to stay flat this time. Let's see.
2 around the final turn. It's Greenspan off stride, Amstel Hanover. Amstel Hanover has made a break. Reformation goes back to the inside second. Third is Greenback Session. They reach the top of the stretch and turn for home. Greenspan's led it all the way. Reformation is second. Trotting third is Greenback Session, but through the stretch, Greenspan is strong. Reformation a clear second. Racing third is Greenback Session, but coming home, it's all Greenspan for the win. Mile 156 and 2.
The second split executive game by Bar Hopping gets 4 wins in 5 starts, 5th place in debut, but now has rattled off 4 straight wins. Let's see how this trotter does it.
Executive game. Bird and Grenade sits the pocket trip third. Lonely Lakewood is fourth. 5th on the outside is Breezy Hall. 6th is Frank the Tank. Trailer on the outside is Kill a Word. Into the turn, they head to the 3/4. It's Highly Motivated, trying to hold off a challenge from Executive game. Bird and Grenade's gotten a great trip so far. 3/4, 127. Around the final turn, Highly Motivated digs in, but on the outside, Executive game will not go away. Bird and Grenade's going to wait for the passing lane. Breezy Hall on the outside as they turn for home. Highly Motivated turns first. On the outside, Executive game. Here comes Bird and Grenade to the passing lane. Through the stretch, on the outside, Executive game. Between horses, Highly Motivated. Highly Motivated, Executive game. Highly Motivated trying to hang on in 156.
And that wraps up the 2-year-old Colton Gelding trot at the Meadows on Saturday. Sunday at Pocono, 2-year-old filly trotters had 2 splits. Let's see who wins the first one.
Now inching her way forward. The Moment on the outside also coming up. Prospect Park is 4th, about 5 away. Top of the stretch, Sierra Girl took the turn a bit wide, but trying to finish strong, leads by 2. Love You Bunch is on the inside. The Moment is in behind that, and it is Sierra Girl. She's opening up at the end. Sierra Girl rock solid, and the favorite wins here by 3.
Sierra Girl, 3 wins in 4 starts, never finished outside the top 2. A 154 and 1 is her lifetime mark. The second split, Paulina Hanover by Father Patrick, a second win in 4 starts. Won in racing debut, but fell short back-to-back times in the Kindergarten Stakes at the Meadowlands. Now finds her way back in the winner's circle and returning into the Pennsylvania Sires Stakes. Let's see how she does it.
It's a Little Town Road in the pocket. Santa Croce looks to move up late. She's about 3 back and 4th. Top of the stretch, Paulina Hanover. Andrew McCarthy trying to get her home as Shishak comes up strong on the outside. Inside, Little Town Road, Paulina Hanover. Shishak is coming on. Paulina Hanover needs the line. Shishak getting closer at the line. It is Paulina Hanover, barely for Andrew McCarthy.
And that wraps up Pennsylvania. Last and certainly not least, Kentucky Sire Stakes, the championship division, held leg 3 of the 2-year-old Colton Gelding Sunday at the Red Mile. Let's see who wins.
Wide from third. Topmost continues to rally up at the outside 4th. Longfellow saving ground. 3/4 and 124 and 2. Carl is now 6 clear as they are moving to a mid-stretch. Goat trying to rally there for a moderate piece down at the inside. That's Vocalbus trying to hang in. Topmost in between horses, but this one is all Carl. Carl was out for a Sunday afternoon stroll, and the margin is widening late. Carl is going to win it easily. Carl has advertised at 1-5.
Carl by Tactical Landing goes perfect 2 for 2. 152 and 1 is his new lifetime mark. Won the Kindergarten Stakes at the Meadowland in his racing debut, now winning in the Kentucky Sire Stakes. Leg 3 of the 3-year-old filly Pacers was held Sunday at the Red Mile as well. Always Be Naughty by Always Be Mickey gets her 9th win of the year. 4 wins in her last 5. Puts up a 148 and 2, which lifetime mark over $224,000 in career earnings. Let's see how she does it.
Paving ground. The favorite's going to drop the gloves here at the top of the stretch. Always Be Naughty. Pouring it on Strong Poison. 3/4 it have picked up 122 and 4. Here's Always Be Naughty, who sticks a neck in front. Strong Poison could not counter and quicken dead at the inside as Zanata battles on in the center. Culture dead at the inside fourth. Deep stretch, Always Be Naughty. Dexter done at this fourth of the day. Always Be Naughty scores.
And that wraps up the U.S. Sires Stakes action, again sponsored by the USTA. That's everything I have for you today. Thank you for joining me. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, comment, do everything you do on social media platforms. We are live on, or we're always going to be on Harness Link as our presenting sponsor, Harness Link Facebook, Twitter, and our YouTube channel. Today's sponsor was Harness Bid, the game changer in the standardbred harness racing bloodstocks industry. And of course, our USTA sponsored the U.S. Sires Stakes action. I'll be back Wednesday, the 23rd, for our Harness News Update show. Until then, take care. On behalf of everyone at Harness Link, Ace behind the scenes, Trey Colbeck. See you next time. Bye-bye.